Are you ready, young one? I shall give you my best. But first, let's see if you can challenge my right. Kick, punch, it's all in the mind. If you wanna test me, I'm sure you'll find the things I'll teach ya. Sure to beat ya. Nevertheless, you'll get a lesson from teacher. Now jump,
Jump.
jump,
Jump.
up.
A flip.
Holla ballers, what's going on? It's Preacher. We look like we're going into the Temple of Jade Serpent. Pretty cool. We're playing some Mistweaver Monk today. Everybody knows the Mistweaver Monk is totally awesome, and I totally agree. I absolutely fully agree. I really do. They're so cool. I've run a few dungeons with this one, and quite frankly, a couple of things that I've seen have blown my mind in the playstyle. So I'm going to show you a couple of different playstyles today. Different ways of doing things. You can see I'm rolling with Chi Torpedo. I very much enjoy my Chi Torpedo. I'm going to catch up with these, and I'm going to start off by showing you. In fact, I can't now. Oh, my Jade statue is too far away because of your awesome pulling, Mr. Tank. I never expected such a cool tank. Notice down here I'm tracking Renewing Mist. I want to see that my Renewing Mist is on everybody. Gonna get here with a spinning crane kick. One of the most fabulous things about this class is the ability to transition between straight up classic style healing and also just mixing in straight up DPS as well. This thing really makes classic Disc Priests cry their eyes out. It really does. It really just, it's so fun. It really is a lot of fun. I'm going to take you through both styles today and show you exactly how this kind of situation works out overall. Oh, I'll just give you all an uplift. Oh yeah, no problem. There's a fundamental ability with the Mistweaver Monk, which is just mana management. And then if you manage your mana correctly, it seems like, oh, Preacher, you know, you're half oom already. It's really just not the case. With the Mana Tea and the ability to switch up your styles of play to regenerate mana, you can do some pretty outlandish things. Now, I just want to point out while I get my ass over here and I drop my statue down, make sure you always have your Jade Serpent statue down, guys. Very important. I want to show you how low my gear is. It's a 445 item level that I'm rolling with today. 445. Now I'm going to show you DPS. So I'm using a lot of jabs. I'm going to use a lot of blackout kicks, okay? Now this is going to be doing some DPS. Don't expect to destroy the DPS meters. But you're using so many abilities that cost chi. Look how quickly my Mana Tea is rebuilding up while doing this. Now another style of doing this is why I kind of wanted to do this in a 5-man. Not just because I was literally under-geared for a 5-man. Was to show you the very different styles of healing. Because in a raid setting, you can kind of mix these up a little bit, but you're going to find it a slightly more sterile, massive AoE healing component. The fact that you can do jabs for very cheap. It's going to cost you about 18,000 mana to do a couple of jabs to get 2 chi. And then you're going to be spamming some uplifts with that. And that turns out immense healing. It really does. So you can see here, look how much Mana Tea I'm building up so quickly. Just getting Mana Tea out of my ass. And in between phases, I can just easily just drop that. I'm going to get my Renewing Mist on here. Give that a blackout kick. And I'm just healing everybody here with my DPS. So very similar to how Disc Priest used to work. Now I've got 10 Mana Tea. I'm just going to drink up my Mana Tea here. And this is what I'm talking about with this mana management. Is just simply building up my mana. Using some Mana Teas. It may look like I'm spamming heavily. But look at my mana now. Right back up to where I want it to be. Couple of blackout kicks and we're really good to go. So this is the more DPS style of healing. All I've got is jab and blackout kick bound. That's all I needed. And I can use that chi on whatever I want. So if I've got Renewing Mist flying around here, which you'll do more in raids, is use Renewing Mist on cooldown to keep, especially if you've got 25 gangsters rolling with you. You can easily just keep spamming uplift, and then you can mix in your brew in order to renew in order to regenerate those Renewing Mists and stack even more on. So you can have up to 10 or crazy amounts of Renewing Mists just going on all the time. Which means every single uplift is going to heal for enormous amounts. Seriously enormous amounts. And you can spam it for so cheap. So cheap. This is so fun. I don't feel like I'm healing. I'm in the worst gear of the worst gear. And this isn't exactly difficult healing. But when it comes to bursting, perhaps maybe not in this dungeon. Maybe if we get some moments of absolute fail, I can show you some other different styles of healing as well. So I'm going to pop some blackout kicks. I'm just going to throw around a Renewing Mist here. So I've got one Renewing Mist ticking around. And I'm going to keep DPSing away. I've got 6 mana teas, so I'm really not worried about my mana teas. So you can see I've got 4 renewing mists ticking there, because I'm going to use my brew. I'm going to uplift them, refresh all them, and I'm going to get a renewing mist on this guy as well. So now I've got renewing mists on absolutely everybody. And every time I get those 2 chi, like now, I could just uplift them. Look at that. 110k heals. And another one. I could just keep spamming this. 140k. They're so cheap. So cheap. And then if I use my brew, I could stack it all up again. I've got 9 more mana teas to go. And I could just keep running around. And I'm always doing something. You guys know how much I enjoy healers who always have something to do. The monk is... The Mistweaver monk is possibly one of the most well-designed classes I've seen for a long time. They really are. Oh, I've got the nice break now. Just going to chug my 11 mana teas. Absolutely stunning. So let's bring this back up. I'm sure you guys will see what the damage the rest of the guys are doing. Give that a big greed. There we go. Back up to 3/4 mana. You can see again, I'm rolling with a torpedo in the level 90 talents. Purely because in a 5-man, I actually find Chi Torpedo to be far more efficient. In a raid setting, of course, rushing Jade Wind, you're going to be generally stacked up with either casters or melee or whatever it might be. It's going to be more beneficial because you're going to be doing probably a lot more spinning crane kicks than you're likely to do in this environment. So again, I'm going to wait this time because I know I've got a decent tank. Going to get Renewing Mist on him. I'm going to wait until he decides to stop, and then I'm going to drop my Jade statue down. So I assume... Oh, let's do a torpedo. Get this down. Okay, so we've got emergency... Oh, I got stunned! Lame saws. Lucky you had that lay on hands, my friend. Absolutely lucky. So now using some Enveloping Mist. You can see I'm going for a classic healing style here. I'm going to refresh that. Now I'm going to uplift all those and refresh all the Renewing Mists on all the gangsters. So everyone's got Renewing Mist now. I'm going to come in and going to give this a nice big spinning crane kick. Now this guy's looking a little bit shady, so I'm going to use the wonderful style of automatic healing. Remember, I'm using that Soothing Mist to get some channels. So I'm going to drop an Enveloping Mist on him. And he's going to be absolutely golden with that. You can see all those heals there. I'm going to give a big last uplift to everybody who still had a Renewing Mist. And then I keep casting that Soothing Mist in there. Now, when you're doing the classic style of healing, one thing you'll notice is you generate a much smaller amount of mana tea. But, of course, you're also using much less mana. Much less mana. I know which one is more fun. It's the DPS style of doing things, especially in your 5-mans. In this gear, I love rolling with healers for the guides in much lower gear than probably you guys would have. You're more likely to have much greater gear than me, and that is awesome, because if I can do this, you guys can do this, and I can effectively DPS my way through most of this dungeon. Oh, why don't you just interrupt my drinking? God damn it. Okay, so we're going to Strife and Anger now. So I'm going to position myself right here. I'm going to get my statue down. I've got my statue nicely in the middle. I'm going to stay nice and tidy and close. Where are you going, Jambi? You starting on peril? Gotcha. So I'm going to do the classic thing. I'm going to throw out that Renewing Mist. Now, I'm going to throw that out there, and I'm going to start DPSing with the guys. So I'm going to start doing some blackout kicks. Now what you're going to see is that Renewing Mist is going to start jumping around. So one of the great things about doing this in terms of DPS is keep that going. So I've got Renewing Mist. Hopefully that's going to hit Jarma in a sec. There he goes. Jarma's got it. So I'm going to use my brew. And I'm going to uplift everybody. So they're keeping, look at that, 5 stacks of Renewing Mist. Now every time I get 2 combo points, oh, I should pay attention a bit more, I can uplift them all the time. So I can throw out tremendous amounts of healing. Uplifting again. Constant 100k heals. And you might think, oh, your mana's low. No, I've got 9 mana teas, and it's a nice little situation in order to use those mana teas. Get myself nice and prepped again. Get that Renewing Mist going again. Give him an Enveloping Mists. Lovely hot for the tank there. I'm using some blackout kicks. Switching targets again. Everyone's got a Renewing Mist. Give them an uplift. Just top everybody off. I've even got my brew back, so I can actually refresh everyone's Renewing Mist. There we go. Everyone's got Renewing Mist now. And now I can probably get Asko to get a Renewing Mist. If it decides to jump that way. There it goes. It's jumping over. So now I've got, again, 5 stacks of Renewing Mist. Uplifts for everybody. And I've got 8 mana tea. It might look, oh, preachy room. I've got 8 mana teas. I'm more than fine. I can rescue this situation easily. Contribute 10k DPS. You're not going to destroy the DPS. That's not going to happen. But what you can do with some simple management is be very, very effective. Super effective. And now I'm just going to chill. Let the guys go and kill that. pretty cool. What we got there? Some leather. Oh, yeah. Geef. Geef, geef. I'm wearing crafted PvP gear, guys. I've got absolutely no spirit whatsoever. So let's go stick those on. Nice. Really nice. I really get something like grid or whatever it might be to track that renewing mist. See how many renewing mists you've got going, because you can waste your uplifts. If you've got uplift and you're casting that with just one renewing mist on, that's a real big waste. Check where your renewing mists are and preferably check how long they have left. Now I've got a good feeling this guy's going to pull everything. So while he gathers, I'm just going to channel the soothing mist into him, generate a couple of nice little cheese. Let's dispel that off my friend there. Everyone's got a renewing mist, so I'm going to go ahead and uplift that. Let me get some chi up. There we go, refresh that. I'm going to come in, I'm just going to contribute. I'm going to give some spinning crane kicks here. Now the good thing about spinning crane kick when you've got this many mobs is you can spinning crane kick, generate some more chi, and uplift more gangsters. So much coming out for this, and this is what your raiding will be like, is lots and lots of uplifts, lots of spinning crane kicks, depending on your situation of course. One last uplift for the guys. I'm going to throw out one renewing mist. I'm going to position myself for a swift drink after that mob dies, because I've got this. Get a good feeling this guy's going to pull immediately. As soon as that one's dead, drink, 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 drink. I want these guys to keep pulling. Go in, my friend. Now I'm going to use the classic style of healing on this one. I think it's more beneficial. So this is how I would heal otherwise. I could DPS heal this one. But you guys, I know there's a lot of healing purists out there who like it in the traditional fashion. So I'm going to get Renew Mist going. Now I'm going to use an Enveloping Mist on the main tank. That's going to give him a wonderful hot that's going to keep him nice and safe. And I've got a Renewing Mist just ticking away there should anybody need it. And I'm just channeling in this Soothing Mist. It's nice, it's steady. Another Enveloping Mist for him. I'm going to throw the Renewing Mist on the Rogue. I'm just keeping it really steady. I'm just watching my chi. If I get to 4 chi, give him another Enveloping Mists. Such a powerful hot, guys. Really is. And you can see how much mana is saved using this method. So I'm at 4 chi now. I want to use my chi on something. Nothing needs healing right now, so I'm not going to waste it. I'm not going to throw out chi for the fun of it. Really is not worth doing that. So I'm going to give this guy an Enveloping Mist. There you go. And I'm going to give him a couple of heals. He's stood in the green. This is the burst healing I was talking about. It's really not a problem. Look at that. You can throw out so much healing. Probably 300k healing there just thrown out on that guy so easily. Coping with any and all situations. And when you do that burst healing where you're using a lot of chi and generating a lot of chi at the same time, you build up so much mana. There is a nice synergy going on between, I need to spam here, that's going to cost me a lot of mana. Okay, well we've given you the tools now so you can actually gain your mana back because you did that. So I'm going to chi torpedo in and get these blackout kicks going, because ultimately I love this style of play. This is what I want healing to be like. And I can also get in here and doing interrupts. You can see there, interrupting away. I've got Renewing Mist ticking. Give it an uplift. I want more interrupts. I can probably leg sweep these as well. Oh, he totally does. Stuns them all. This is what I'm talking about. This is so much better than straight up healing. It really is. This is the joy that comes from this class. You just always have fun. It's just a lot of fun. I feel like being a bit of a classic healer today. Okay, you do that. Uplifts for everybody. You must trust in the healing that comes from your DPS. You really must. Now, I've got 8 mana tea there, but I'm actually going to drink. I want to save those mana teas for this fight. I've had bad experiences on this fight with people sucking massive nuts. I don't want that to happen today, so I'm going to drink and save my mana tea. My mana tea is going nowhere. It's got 2 minutes of life on it. It's fine. It's good to go. Statue down. If it wants to. No path available. You lie. Die. I think you're going to be the one that's dying today, son. I'm going to contribute with some DPS. I'm going to build up more mana tea. Just using blackout kicks right now. Watching for debuffs, obviously, like it's on me there. Get that dispelled. I'm going to save that Renewing Mist spam right until we start splitting, like now. So I'm going to start spreading my Renewing Mist. Still DPSing, though. I'm going to DPS my own target. That's right. And everyone needs a little heal. No problem. I'm going to use my brew. I'm going to uplift them with the brew so everyone gets a fresh renewing mist on them. We're about to come out. So I've got 14 mana tea now. So that's 14 seconds of mana tea channeling. I don't like the glyph. Oh, you need dispelling. Still saving 10 mana tea. That's it. It's just not wasted. It's not like you've cut off your divine plea or anything like that. It doesn't go to waste. Let's get a renewing mist going. Once that spreads around a little bit, I'm going to start throwing out some nice big uplifts. There we go. Dispel the rogue. Oh, so good. I don't even feel like I'm healing the group. That's the thing about it. I mean, it's not like... I'd say more like Holy. You can do some DPS of Holy, of course, but as a Holy Priest, maybe even a Holy Pally, you can spam some abilities. But I have a whole combination I can do here. This whole thing interacts with my healing directly. It's not some little ability that I need to throw out. So let's refresh everybody's renewing mist. Let's get the rest of the renewing mist out there. DPS my own target. Uplifts. Double uplifts. 100k heals flying around. Another uplift. Just so much healing flying around right now. Oh, I should dispel myself. I'm actually healing. And I bet you guys spotted it too. It's like, yeah, Preach, you're totally... Oh, 2 seconds on dispelling. You're totally out healing the damage you're causing to the rest of the group. Yeah, well. Screw you guys, okay? Let that renewing mist spread around. Remember, don't be in a hurry with the renewing mist. Let it do its thing. It wants to spread around. Drink some mana tea. Dispel that. I'm going to drink a little bit more mana tea. The boss is about to die, so I'm good to go. So I'm going to get back in with the jabs and blackout kicks. And there you go, guys. What a wonderful class. Absolutely wonderful class. Really is so enjoyable to play. So much fun. There's a complexity there with managing these things. A lot of people are going to be like, renewing mist, uplift, uplift, before it's spread. Using your teas and your brews just to make sure you're getting those renewing mists refreshed and starting to pull off insane amounts of healing. And also just contributing in ways you just don't ordinarily do. Some classes can do it. A Resto Shaman, classic Cataclysm Resto Shaman, I would say was as close as the Monk feels now. More so than the Disc Priest. But overall, wonderful spec. Absolutely loved it. You take it easy, ballers. See you later.